Hello there, people on the internet. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. Today I have something that is kind of an oddball and unusual by my standards. I'm not sure how it is on, other sides of the world, but here in the United States, this isn't exactly a common everyday occurrence. They do exist, they are around, a lot of people have seen and used them, I am sure, but it's just an oddball to me because it's completely off the standard of what I'm used to. I just got this today. This right here is a JC Higgins 12 gauge bolt action shotgun. This right here is definitely unusual as far as I am concerned. Here in Florida the mosquitoes are crazy. I'm having to fight them off left and right while making this video. This shotgun is kind of light and it is a used gun. I have no idea how old it is, but as with all of my newly acquired used guns, I don't really trust it all that much until it has earned its keep, so to say. So we're going to be kind of playing it safe and firing only target loads today. I'm firing 7.5 shot, 1 ounce, 12 gauge, Super Sport competition target loads. They are 2 3/4 inch, which is exactly what this shotgun here is chambered for. I have no doubts this thing's going to be just fine firing these, but just to play it safe, we're going to go ahead and load one in before we fully load it, and we're going to see how it behaves. I have absolutely no idea what the rating is on this old bitch, so we're just going to have to figure that out at a later point in time. Alright. Got one shell in right there. Should just be able to close this right on top of that. Alright. She's hot. Let's see how she goes. If this kills me, I love you guys. Alright. This thing right here is a lot lighter than a normal shotgun, and man, it's got a lot more recoil than it probably should have. But I didn't get any backblast. Nothing blew up in my face, so. Ah! Man, I don't like this thing. This is just target loads too. God forbid I load some slugs or something in here, which I fully plan on doing. Ouch. It's not so bad whenever it's not pressed against your shoulder, but still. Pretty bad whenever it is pressed against your shoulder. Alright, to load ammunition into the actual retaining cylinder of this thing, you actually have to have the bolt open in order to access the retainer on the bottom. So in theory, this right here should just be able to push in once I figure it out. There we go. Push in, lock in. Now as soon as I close this, that elevator will pop down and pop that secondary round out. And once I cycle this, it'll pop back up. Ow! Alright, let's load some significant rounds in this thing and see how well she actually works. Seems to be working just fine, other than the intense recoil. It is kind of rusty, because, I mean, who knows how old this thing is. I imagine it could probably use cleaned and oiled, which I'll do at a later point in time. But for right now, let's load her up. Ladies and gentlemen, this shotgun right here has a plug in it. I can only hold 3 rounds. I'll have to take care of that at a later point in time, since I won't be using this thing for hunting. But for right now, I got 3 rounds. Oh, this is dangerous. I have no idea how to remove the plug in this thing. I imagine I'll figure it out. Alright. I likely remove the cylinder with this screw right here. Alright, cool. It says to keep it tight. Normally, I only load a couple of rounds capacity, but I'm curious to see how much this thing will actually hold. My bet is 5 or 6, maybe 7. It's a pretty long cylinder on this thing, but It's definitely plugged up because it's only holding 3. It's still fun to shoot though. Alright, let me go find some targets to tear apart with this thing. I'm sure I can come up with something. Alright, in my old work area, just my old workshop, way over there. The last hurricane we had kind of tore the place apart, and I had some old cabinets in there that received some pretty hefty water damage, and they're still just kind of back there. So I'm going to go ahead and start clearing those out, and as I do that, I'll be destroying them. So we're going to start off with this one right here. There's nothing in it. It's just an empty cabinet that's been completely warped. Both the top and bottom of the cabinet are completely gone because it's just particle board that's been, you know, getting rained on for the past year, give or take. Buckshot or slugs would probably just pass right through this thing, so I'm kind of glad that we're just using this cheapo bird shot. Target loads, my bad. I wonder if it's still worth repairing. I thought about repairing it, you know, whenever it first happened. It's just what guys do. They see something broken and they're like, oh, I can fix that. Yeah, at least half the time they never do. I didn't miss. I don't think I'm missing. I think the pellets are just blowing right through it, like it's not even there. Whew. Well, there goes that cabinet. Originally, that was going to be the only one I do for this video, but damn it, that was just so awesome. Let me grab another. I'll be right back. Alright. I was going to bring one that was like much bigger, but it turns out particle wood, when it's full of water, is really heavy. I struggled just lugging that one over here. Now to bring it from the other side of that barn over there. So you can actually see where the roof's torn up right there. That's where my workshop was, no longer is. Now my workshop is over there where it's nice and dry. But yeah, these are heavy. I'm going to need some sort of equipment to bring them out here. Maybe I'll use that Argo from the last video, but that'll be another time. For right now, we're just going to finish destroying this thing with this bolt-action 12-gauge shotgun. Man, that thing did not last long. That's what she said. I'm sorry. But you can actually see where all the mold and various water damage was, you know, interfering with that thing's daily struggles. Alright, why is this not going in? There we go. You know, I bet you if I clean the rust off of this thing and take that plug out, this right here will actually be a really nice gun. Because it's smooth cycling. The only problem is every now and then it will jam up and you gotta reopen the bolt and then finish closing it. That's just an issue I've had with shotguns, whether they're semi-auto, pump action, or in this case bolt action as well. It's just a shotgun thing. Out of curiosity, I'm going to fire this thing and eject it as hard as I can and see how far I can make it fly. Well, that didn't go very far at all. Huh. Interesting. The bolt still moves while the shotgun is still open. Ah, alright. Looks like the actual bolt itself does not move. The locking lug of the shotgun is actually right here. The locking lug appears to be the actual handle of the bolt there. Huh. I have not taken this thing apart yet, so I'm not entirely sure how it works. I just want to see how well it functioned. We'll explore the internals in a later video. I'll likely make that video as I'm ripping out that bothersome plug restricting my ammunition use. How much you want to bet that law was made up by a liberal or a Democrat? Basically any of the left side. Maybe it was thought up by someone on the right side. I mean, you never know nowadays. Like, you got Republicans that are anti-gunning. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Alright, I am sweating so much. It is so hot out here. It's really not that hot for Florida, but it's still really hot out here. I had a great time. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad this gun works as well as it does because it's cheap to fire. And I think it'll work out pretty good. I'm gonna disassemble it, clean off all the rust and gunk on the inside, yank that plug out, put it back together, and see if I can get it to really start cycling so I can actually cycle it quickly. I think it'll earn its weight around here. If you like this kind of crap, mash the subscribe button. I do this kind of stuff every day. If you want to support, check out the Patreon page. I finally have Patreon support, and it's the greatest feeling in the world. If you want to be a part of that, by all means, go check out the Patreon page. If you can't help out financially, that's fine, just fine. I completely understand. Mash that subscribe button and you will definitely help out plenty. I got a mess to clean up right there. It's hot, it's dark. I want to go take a shower and I want to go to sleep. But damn it, I also want to keep shooting. That sounds like so much fun. I'm not sure when I'm going to upload this video. I got, multiple videos in line before this one goes up, so you guys have yourself a fantastic day. I had myself a fantastic day. If you're having a bad day, you're the one who has to go out and change it. Don't forget.